As expected, the U.S. Federal Reserve is cutting interest rates by a quarter point, but it's the first cut in more than a decade. And policymakers appear open to another cut as early as the next meeting in September. But at the same time, they are also sticking to wording that we have heard before, which essentially leaves them open to options. This is the first cut in the U.S. since 2008. That's going back to the financial crisis. And it's seen as a protection against some of the uncertainties, including muted inflation and U.S.-China trade. The Fed is also going to stop shrinking the balance sheet in August instead of September. A couple of upgrades today for shares in Apple after the company reported earnings. The company reported fiscal third quarter earnings and revenue, which topped analysts' expectations. And the company also showed strength across almost all of its business segments, while also generating less than half of its total quarterly revenue from sales of the iPhone for the first time since 2012. So this company is branching out. A decent gain for this stock today, hitting its highest level since November, and it's also closing in on its all-time intraday high. We also saw a bounce today for shares in CanTrust. This is the company that got into trouble with Health Canada, and it's actually Canada's sixth largest pot producer. The cannabis company has hired independent investment bank Greenhill to explore a sale, a strategic investment, or a business combination. Now, this comes after that regulatory breach at one of its facilities in Ontario, which in turn led to the ousting of its CEO and chairman. An analyst at BMO says going forward, if Health Canada revokes the license, the sale of assets would be expedited at a deep discount. And if you think you were affected by the Capital One breach, take note. Now, first of all, Canadians who have a MasterCard connected to Costco or Hudson's Bay would essentially have an account with Capital One. And we are hearing that approximately 1 million social insurance numbers were compromised as part of the 6 million Canadians affected by the breach. Capital One says impacted Canadians will be notified by a variety of channels, and you will also receive free credit monitoring and identity theft insurance. From the 680 News Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.